is Robot Uprising from Conquer Fear Gaming. Today we are going to build a Minecraft loading and unloading station. You can see that we've got right in this shulker box, we've got a bunch of sea pickles that we need to get to our PVP Minecraft stadium from our farm. Those concessions are not going to sell themselves, but we need to give our people the best resources. We need to get them from point A to point B, and that's why we need an automatic minecart system. Now, what we're going to need for the unloading station is just here in this chest. We've got 2 chests, 2 hoppers, 2 powered rails, a redstone comparator, redstone torch, redstone repeater, and 3 building blocks of any kind, as long as they are solid blocks. Now, as for the loading station, we're going to need just this top row here is enough for the basic. So 2 chests, 2 redstone comparators, a redstone repeater, a detector rail, a powered rail, a fence gate of any kind, redstone dust, 9 building blocks. At least some of them have to be solid blocks, and then a temporary rail that we're going to need as well. Now these bottom ones, 5 building blocks, redstone torch, hopper, lever, redstone dust, redstone repeater, redstone comparator. Those are to sort of add some components to the loading station, make it a little bit better, a little bit more efficient. And let's go ahead and get started. So let me just grab everything out of this. So the first thing we're going to want to do, and as you can see, I should mention, I built the rail in between. So however long you're going to need that, you're going to need a rail and a block for each length, and you're going to need to power them in some way. These ones are done with levers. The minecart with hopper is already on there. I just think it's quicker than minecart with chest for what our intentions are. So let's go ahead and get started with these 3 building blocks up like this. We're going to want to put our powered rail, our detector rail, and then our temporary rail up like this. I want to get rid of the temporary rail and place a chest in its place, and then extend that chest over the detector rail. We're going to want to then come on top of this powered rail and crouch and place a fence gate, just like so. And then we want to have 3 building blocks coming off like this. We're going to need a repeater coming off of that detector rail, so the triangle pointing outward. And then for this one, we're going to have the triangle pointing into the side of this comparator. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to force this comparator to only work when a container is placed here. And so the container is going to cancel out the charge of this comparator until it's equal or greater than the container's, than what's inside of the container. And that's where we're going to use this shulker box. So I've got the shulker box. Let me just go ahead and switch that in my inventory. So this shulker box, you can see, is filled with dirt. However, this can be any type of container. It can be a chest, can be a barrel, could even be like a dispenser or something. You just want to make sure it's completely filled if you want your minecarts to also be completely filled before they head off. So from here, we want to put a building block like this, building block up like this, and get rid of both these blocks. And then if we, crouch and place it on that comparator, we should have a block in this place as well. On this one, we want to have our repeater. On this one, we want a piece of redstone dust. So now this comparator will sense the what's inside of the hopper minecart, and when it's filled, because it has to be filled to offset this, this redstone pulse from this comparator, then this comparator will turn this block on. It will power this block, which powers this redstone. This redstone will power this block, and this repeater will pull redstone from this block, be able to be powered, and will open the fence gate, which will then allow the minecart to go ahead and deposit everything in the unloading station. So cool thing about minecarts, they can go under, but they cannot go back through a fence gate. So there's no problem going up, but then it will get stuck until it's opened. So this is the basic loading system. Now let's go ahead and finish the basic unloading system. So I'm just clear my inventory here, grab everything we need. Okay, need to put these chests in somewhere they're accessible. So the first thing we're going to do is put those 2 chests down at the left side of this 3x5 that I've set aside here. We're going to have 2 hoppers pointing into that chest. We're going to put a comparator reading this hopper facing this direction, the building block behind it, and a building block on top of it. If we crouch down, make sure you don't activate that by accident. That turns on a different feature of the comparator. But then we just want to put a redstone torch on this side and a building block, a solid block on top of that. Now what this does is, as long as there are items in this hopper, this comparator will give a charge which will power this block, which will turn off this redstone torch, which will unpower this block, unpowering this redstone repeater, unpowering this block, which means that these powered rails that go on top here will no longer be powered. So, in essence, while this minecart is unloading, the comparator will sense that, and it will not let the minecart hit this block and return until it's completely finished. But this is now everything completely done. So all we have left to do is to fill this entire chest, or just fill as much as we want, with these sea pickles. So if we want to put a bunch in here, we'll just do 1 row. And now it should be ready to work. So if I turn this on and push this towards the loading station. All right. So one thing I did forget, we need to power this, this powered rail as well. So let's go ahead and get a lever, turn that on, and here we go. Now we're fully functioning. This is pulling the sea pickles in extraordinarily fast. That's how the minecart hoppers work. They do unload a lot slower than they load, but you can see this thing is quickly filling up. And you'll notice that the comparator is still not giving any charge because it has to completely overpower this full shulker box of dirt. So this will not give a redstone output until it's completely full. And now the minecart is sent on its way. You can see that it was about completely full. Now we've got sea pickles heading into the chest. This has now turned off this system, which turns off this rail, meaning that we have to wait for this to be completely finished for it to turn back on. I'm actually going to help and speed this up a little bit. Let's just put those in the chest. So this will take a little bit longer. You can see we're slowly approaching, and it will turn back on and send right back. Now here's the problem. If there's not enough items in the chest to fully fill this minecart up, then it can never activate this circuit and let itself go. And that's why I've built this other portion of the loading station, so you can essentially have it send the minecart off if the chest is empty as well. So you can see that the chest is empty, but the minecart did not have enough to get sent off. How can we fix this? So that's where we want to come here and grab these components. So what we're going to do is we're going to have another comparator coming off of this chest. So as long as there is nothing in this chest, this redstone torch will be active. So we want to put building block up here and down here. So 2 here, 1 up just like that. And then we just have the comparator feeding this block with a torch on it, which will power this dust, which will power this repeater, which will turn on the system if the chest is completely empty. And this hopper is just here so that we can put some more stuff back in it. So look, now we put items in the chest. Because there are items in the chest, this torch is now off. So it's locked back up again. As soon as this is finished, it will come back. We can help by speeding it up once again. And now it's off to receive the few items we put, and now it's already gone. And that is as simple as it gets. One last thing I can show is this. It doesn't need to be a container if you really don't want it to. What's cool about the container is you can take out some items here and kind of customize the level that your cart needs to be before it will work. However, if you just want to give off like the full container, you could honestly just use what we have here is a torch and redstone repeater. So let me just actually grab a torch. So here we are. This gives the same effect, and we might even consider some sort of way to power this block so that we can have it default be sitting here locked up. So let's go ahead and put some more sea pickles in this chest. Here we go. And this is just to demonstrate that it will work with a torch and a repeater that also gives off the maximum redstone output. So once this is completely filled up, this will also, the comparator will be able to bypass this repeater on full blast. And there it goes. So I hope this was helpful. This is a way for you to use some automatic unloading and loading inside of Minecraft Bedrock. Hopefully this was helpful. I'll be doing some more videos on this, on these sort of redstone contraptions, something that I really like inside of Minecraft. So if you want to see more of those, you can see some of my contraptions in the distance, then check back for more videos. We'll have those up soon. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Have a great rest of your day.